Hey everybody, this is Kevin over at BibleWellness.com. You know what? This morning I woke up with no lights, no electricity, no heat, no nothing. Now I know you're probably saying, well, Kevin, why's your lights on now? Well, they finally got out and they got them on. So I'm thanking God for them to turning the lights back on and getting everything up and running, because without it, I am a lost soul. And it just today we're going to talk about the importance of being prepared, the importance of living in a state of preparation versus one of desperation. And it really brought home that importance, and it brought home actually, you know, um, that many are going through this right now, to where they aren't able to get the lights on, they aren't able to have heating and electricity and things of that nature. So I don't take any of this for granted, and it brought a lot of stuff into perspective. And I'm sure many of you out there are experiencing the same thing, just by me cruising over Facebook and some other social networks. Many of us are experiencing some hard times, and many of us may have woken up this morning with no electricity and no power. But hopefully, you got everything on and up and running uh, uh, quickly. Just want to just wrote a couple of verses speaking to the importance of being prepared, and being trying to have something in place, a plan B, if you will, if plan A ain't working out. You got to remember, we are body, soul, and spirit, and we want to make sure that first and foremost our relationship with Christ is solid, and that we can hear His voice with clarity. If not, then this is one of the key. This is the most important area. We need to make sure that we have solidified and down pat, and that we're prepared in, and that we have our praises and our worship and our stored up with Him, and that we're in a good, tight, solid, intimate relationship with Him, where we can hide under His shadow. Talking about looking at Psalms 91. And then number two, we want to make sure that we are prepared mentally to go through some tough times, and also emotionally that we're prepared to go through some tough times. With respect, this is often a neglected area that's overlooked when in looking at preparation and talking about this topic, and that many of us don't know how strong or weak we are when we're placed in tough and difficult situations. So we want to make sure that we're emotionally ready, and that we're intelligently and ready to mentally ready to deal with tough and hard times, so that we won't be the guy in the group that's like, we're all gonna die. Every group has that guy. It's like when stuff starts acting up, he's like, we all gonna die, and he's usually the one that lives through the whole thing, or everybody else dies. That's crazy. But anyway, and then lastly, we want to make sure that we're well and prepared in body. Many of us, including myself, are in on the journey of going from sickness to wellness to optimal wellness, and making sure that we're in good shape to physically deal with some of the things we may have to go through, or to physically be in a state of preparation versus desperation, so that we're not living lives that's pill based, that's pharmaceutical based, but that one that we don't have to depend on the sorceries and the witchcraft of the pharmaceutical industry. We want to make sure that we're living on good foods, and that we're getting sleep, and that we're stress free, and that we are dwelling in worship, and dwelling in the glory of Christ. So with that, this is Kevin over at BibleWellness.com, just speaking to the importance of living in a state of preparation, not one of desperation. And just, I need to throw some verses in here that I'm basing this on. Is 1 Thessalonians 5:6. We are to be sober and not sleep like the people in the world. We are to be mindful of what's going on in the day-to-day events, so that we can see trouble when it's coming, or be prepared when we think something's on its way. And then also Matthew 24:20, within the context of, I know this is a popular chapter, but talking about 24:20, talking about pray that your flight not be in the winter. And you know, we need to make sure that we stay on top of our prayer and our communication, that we ask the Father to allow us not to go through difficult times, if it so be, or if He can mitigate our difficult times. And then also Matthew 24:21 says, it places the context on the great tribulation in that period, but also we want to make sure that no matter what period we're in, because we're in the last days, no matter what, that according to Romans 11:13 and 11, you know, awake, because our salvation is nearer than when we first thought, or when we first became awake to what's going on. So hopefully I didn't confuse you, or hopefully I made sense today. If not, just let me know. So this is Kevin over at BibleWellness.com. Don't forget to hit like, share with your friends, and also leave a comment or criticism. And also don't forget to sign up for the newsletter in the right-hand margin of the page. Just speaking about prepare, living in a state of preparation, one versus one of desperation. So I love you guys, and may the grace of Jesus be with you always.